I gotta respect though. And this is not sarcastic. I truly respect that you're like a beer. It's beers with bands, but you got the hams. You got the
Oh yeah,
working man's like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's like a lot of guys would be like beers with bands, and today we're doing this 9.8% double hazy IPA, and you're just like, nah, man, love of the game.
yeah. I mean, I've like don't get me wrong. I've had some of those like brewery beers on here, but like IPA is one probably will never happen. But two, like and like I said earlier, like the whole premise is just to like bullshit over beers like we would do at after you guys' set, just chilling at the bar, like and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like of course, like I would be doing hams or PBRs on a normal time. So like that's just it's
Oh
cheap.
yeah.
It's already in the fridge. It's good to go.
Hell yeah.
Do you guys have any questions before we get started?
Nah, we're born ready.
All right, hell yeah. Well, what we'll do here is I'll count us down, and then we'll crack our beers. I'll do the little intro, bring the two of you in, and we'll just have a good time.
All right.
All right. In three, two, one. Welcome to the Beers with Bands podcast with your host, Michael Torres. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Beers with Bands. Very stoked on this episode. There's been this crazy chain of events that's been happening with Chicago bands on the most recent episodes. If everyone remembers Grief Eater and Hell of a Life, it's domino affected and led me to Footballhead. How you guys doing?
Well, if you want to know the real answer, we're a little sad today because our poverty NBA franchise, the Bulls, which Liam and I are big fans of, are having a day of infamy as far as front office transactions. But I don't know, it's over. It can't get worse, right?
It's the Bulls that can always get where your
Yeah.
Timberwolves fleeced us today.
Oh
Took my
yeah.
favorite player, gave us back a bag of peanut shells. It's oh brutal, brutal, brutal. But excited to do the pod nonetheless.
Yeah.
This is gonna turn this franchise around.
Well, I'm happy we're you're still down to do this over, granted through Zoom, but over state lines. After all that, I know things are a little bit tough. Thankfully, Wisconsin's in between us, keeping us at bay. But we'll see what happens when you guys grace our city in a couple months here pretty soon. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that tour here pretty in a little bit. But for people that are unaware of Footballhead, you guys are like emo grunge. I feel like there's another term in there that I can't think of. Funny enough, on one of the music videos, I think someone said like Hoobastank 2026 for people listening. But like just all around solid fucking jams coming out of Chicago. You guys are killing it. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, thank you for sending me the record ahead of time to listen to. Like that thing is killer in like such a crazy way. And I'll talk about it here when we fully dive into it. But you guys are just killing it in general. So thank you for being here.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man. Kind
Yeah,
words.
thank you. Thank you for saying all that. Yeah, I feel very grateful for whatever wave we're riding right now.
Yeah. And also there's a good amount of back catalog for people to go check out as well. Kitchen Fly EP 2022, your debut LP Overthinking Everything, which I listened to kind of everything today just to kind of get in the whole Footballhead mindset. But it's cool to see, and I mentioned this on a lot of episodes, like the transition that a band will do from like when they first start to like where they are now. And like if you were to play Kitchen Fly and the new record and not tell me like that you guys were the same band, I don't think I would have known that you guys were connected in any way. Like just this transition that's happened over the last four releases is insane, but in like such a good way. Like the way you guys have just taking this trip to like find Footballhead through these records has been really cool to listen to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, Nolan, you want to give him the little history there?
yeah. I mean, like the very beginning was just like very much so fun, fuck around shit. Like, doing it for the love of the. I mean, it's always been for the love of the game, but like kind of just like top of mind. Like it's kind of always it's weird. I feel like the influences kind of have always like stayed in the same like time frame, if that makes sense. Just like we've explored different nuances of like what's relevant and popular from those different eras and applied it to today. So like in the very beginning, it was just like me, Snow, and a laptop, and like trying to do like some radio. I always use the reference like 9 Days Story of a Girl or like Semi Charmed Life, Third Eye Blind thing. Like that was kind of what inspired the initial like melodies and compositions of the first stuff, and then the second, like the record, Overthinking, like that got into like more like bigger alternative band sounds, and I feel like it's relatively eclectic, all things considered. Like there's some slow songs there, and like some heavy songs there, uh, songs with like huge distortion tones, some that are more like lullaby-y, like even like I tried to pull from bands like the Foo Fighters, and then like I tried to do like some stuff that even sounded like Pinback, like that was sort of like I was like pulling from all these things that I loved, and it was a lot of different things, and like maybe seemed a little like scattered to me, but I think as like a little ensemble it all fit really nicely. It was still like 2 minute songs though, like 2.5 minute songs. I wanted to keep them like quick and fast, and then we did the Before I Die EP after that. Wow, I can't believe I'm talking about 3 releases into 4 already. This is so insane because it still feels like a baby band to me in many ways, but we've been at it for a minute. But I feel like the Before I Die EP was when we like kind of like that started to click with people, that like these like big alt rock songs with like a bite. There's screams, there's hooks, there's like some breakdowns, there's like guitar solos and shit. Like it became like pretty fun, and I think we saw like the best response from Before I Die, and then into this new record, Weight of the Truth. It's like we kind of went from like late 90s being our primary focus to like early aughts being like the main source of inspiration, and songs you hear on Q101 and stuff like that in Chicago, and just like big high octane rock like radio songs. So like definitely I would say Weight of the Truth is like the biggest we've gone so far, and like I think we kind of are like happy to be here now. Like as far as like I think a lot of the happiness in the past has come from like a hindsight, like reflective standpoint, but right now I think we're like this is cool, like where we're at right now as far as like sound goes.
Yeah. To piggyback off your baby band comment, like it's crazy to think, like you were kind of saying, like you have 4 releases underneath this band's belt in technically a 4 year time span. We're barely into 2026, and I feel like it just kind of shows like the amount of like cooking you guys are doing behind the scenes, because there's bands that I feel like are hitting 6 years that might not even have their first LP or like third release fully ready to go yet. So it's kind of crazy to think like you guys have been picking up steam this hard, especially with like Overthinking Everything and Before I Die both coming out in 2024. Obviously, you spent a lot of 2025 busy and on the road, which we'll hit some of those highlights here in a little bit. But like, it's just crazy to think like you guys are achieving a lot. I feel like real quick.
Yeah, always demoing and writing and stuff, and like always sharing ideas, always like I think I saw an interview like a couple summers ago with Case from Q101, like interviewing Military Gun, and the singer was basically saying like by the time the public hears a song, it's like a year and a half old already or whatever. I can't remember the particular quote, but that would like ring pretty true to us too. Like we in theory have enough like songs and ideas to like put out another record tomorrow. It's just like it's very like creative times, and I think now we have a little bit of wiggle room and like a little bit of like grace to just like be selective in what we want to do and put out and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really nice that there has never been like a lack of inspiration, you know, or like the well has never run dry because Liam knows this too. Like we even like as far as like butt rock bands go that we've pulled from, like you could say some obvious ones, but like our whole unit, I feel like, is always digging through the butt rock like barrels and trying to find these bands that never really popped off, but maybe there's something there. Maybe they had a cool riff here, or like this chorus structure was cool or whatever. And like it's always fun to just know that music is this like never ending well of, you know, like ideas and places like you can pull from.
And especially in like a genre like that that seemed like when you were in it, like in that era, it felt like it was like eight or nine bands kind of dominating that. And then you dive in, you're just like, holy fuck, this is an insanely deep well of like just bands that could have been on like the Madden '06 soundtrack and shit like that.
Mm.
Like it's awesome. It's awesome. And I these guys kind of started me down that path, and now my entire algorithm is just like the side project of like the bassist from Trapped or so, like just shit like that. It's
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, like I think that the major label like model of just like trying to find the next puddle of mud, the next Nickelback, like they were like taking triangular objects and trying to like shove them in like square spaces or whatever a lot of the time, but like that doesn't mean that there wasn't like still elements of merit there. And it's not just butt rock bands that we're pulling from. Like you heard the record, like there's a lot of like 2010 stuff that like is on there too, but I think it ended up being like something that's like uniquely ours, which I'm very grateful for. Like it's just like big, it's like just a hard rock record, I feel like. And
Yeah.
like that's so awesome because I haven't really in our whatever blend we've landed on, like I haven't heard a record like ours in a while, I don't think.
No, I would agree to that. Like a lot, granted, a lot of what I listen to is emo or like some hardcore. So when this kind of came across, like it was something that I was also kind of just like trying to think of someone else that's doing this actively in the scene right now, and I can't think of anyone else. Like to me, you guys are, and I mean this in the best way possible. You guys are in like the wrong like year. Like you guys would be fitting perfectly in like we kind of talked about like that late '90s, early 2000s. Like this is shit that we would be hearing on the radio all the time. You guys would be on these like crazy headline tours with like Linkin Park and all this shit. Like it'd be insane. So it's cool to see you guys doing it that now and kind of throwing a like a wrench in the system as compared to like what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, like, we've got our ear to the ground, right? Like we know that like hardcore is massively blown up in the last 5 years. So is shoegaze. Like there's a lot like of that going on, and like we love hardcore bands and shoegaze bands. Like we've been to so many hardcore and shoegaze shows since like late 2010s, obviously break during the pandemic and then post pandemic, but like it's funny so far, like some of the dialogue has just been so ridiculous because like we talk about this internally too. It's like, haha, this band thinks that they're Deftones, but they sound more like Chevelle or Hoobastank, haha. And it's like, dude, no, we want to sound like Hoobastank. Like that's the point of like what we're doing. Like we're doing that, but we're, making it ours, and it's still emo and it's still like whatever. I hate the overarching umbrella bubble grunge, but like that used to be like a buzzword a couple years ago. But like yeah, we're legitimately pulling from like butt rock bands that like have crazy CGI in their music videos and shit like that. Like that's like literally that's like the primary influences of this album. So I think it's funny when people are like, they don't even know what they're doing. They think they're Deftones and they're missing and they're landing there, and it's like, no, it's literally calculated, bro. Like it's
And I
funny.
think they're so used to like there's a lot of bands right now that are doing like the Deftones thing, and I think it's like, that's kind of the frame of reference of the moment. That's why I like playing in this band because it's like, you know, like we're kind of doing the thing that back then was kind of seen as like even like less than or that, but there's so many great songs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, side question. I know you guys kind of mentioned, obviously we know kind of always we're familiar with like let's say like the heavy hitters of that era that you guys are kind of pulling from, but you guys also mentioned, there's lesser known bands that you guys are also kind of pulling from. What are some like hidden gems that people might not be aware of from that era that you guys are influencing right now?
Liam, don't answer. We got to gatekeep. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, no, I'll let Liam say his few. Like my favorite band of the like bands that never exploded in the butt rock world is this band from Dallas, Edgewater. I don't know if you're familiar or not. Uh, Super Green record, which like is actually probably the primary influence for like the art on our record is like their cover of their record. Um, and I would say musically, like they're very much so like songs inspired from that album. But that's my personal like favorite. Like we call them D tier butt rock bands, but like it's just funny.
It's not a pejorative. It's
Yeah,
not a
exactly.
yeah.
It's just like that's mostly like trying to categorize them in a way where it's just like we know no one knows who they
Right.
are. But
Yeah.
yeah, Burns, I know you got like a list. I know we Social Burn was one for a while, but
Social. Oh my God, that song "Breakback" is fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, Snow would be remiss if we didn't shout the Goats Trust Company.
yeah,
I mean, they're not like lesser known. But like lately, I don't know. I've been listening to this band Dark New Day. That's just like, I mean, like detuned guitars, lower than you thought possible. Just like, crazy harmonic riffs. God, I'm trying to think who else. I always draw a blank on this. Um, yeah, I mean,
Snow's put us on to some shit too. Like this band Low Pro, Snow put us on
low
to.
pro, yeah.
I've been listening to like I never really listened to like A Perfect Circle. They were
Oh
like
shit.
yeah, they were like one band that like I felt was like part of this like D tier butt rock conversation that um like we started to pull from. And it's funny too. I've switched up like music streaming platforms. Like I listen to Tidal now instead of Spotify, and Tidal gives me more recommendations that Spotify never did. So there's like another like outlet deep in that well to pull from, which is sick. Uh, Nathan, what are your favorite underground butt rock bands?
Underground butt rock bands. First off, can you hear me?
Hell
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it working? Holy shit. Underground butt rock bands. I'm not sure if this is underground enough, but Power Man 5000. Oh, dude, because that band sucks. Like, that is fucking dirt bike music to the extreme.
Yes.
Like, bro is like fucking cousins with Rob Zombie or some shit, which is fucking so tight. So we love like a Nepo butt moment. Um, yeah, I don't know. I, Underground and butt rock doesn't usually, it's somewhat oxymoronic because to make it butt requires that element of radio. So,
True.
also, sorry for being late, guys. I was abusing alcohol last night. And so all day I've just been napping on and off.
That's the
Because
shit.
That's a great day.
because my circadian rhythm is all fucked up or whatever. But wow, it's so good to see you, Michael.
Good to see you as well. Unfortunately, not in person like the last time.
No, that's okay.
But
But we're rocking,
we're
so
rocking. We'll have a good time either way. Uh, we'll see if it gets as chaotic as the last time you were on.
I don't know. Dude, I'm all sweaty right now too because the radiators are just pumping. So dehydrated. How are you guys? Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah,
Doing great, brother.
we're heading into it. Yeah, we, you know,
That's crazy. Oh man, I'm not drinking anything, which is, that's okay. It's good to take a night off every once in a while.
That is
yeah,
true.
for sure.
But those are for people listening. Those are some hidden gem bot rock bands that everyone should be going to check out. And seeing if you can find, I guess, those influences in this record. That'll be a nice challenge for people, I feel like.
Yeah, honestly, like that's a great question to ask because we actually had answers to deliver. So I was pretty pumped
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, you want to know what Alkaline Trio record is the best? I'm here for it. But underground butt rock, I don't know.
I think, Nate, I'll just pepper you with like all the Iowa questions.
Oh,
they'll be
fuck.
like super deep and in depth that like only the people from our scene would actually know what the fuck's going on.
Nobody wants that, dude.
Yeah,
Come
you're right.
on.
You're right. That's why we all left.
Yeah, that's why we all
hell
left. Chilling.
But like we were kind of getting back into things. We've been talking about the new album, Weight of the Truth, which at this time it's not out yet, but by the time this episode's out, it'll be out for about a week, so everyone should have jammed it millions and millions of times if they haven't already.
It's true.
And I know that like technically the first single that we kind of lead into this with was Hesitate. And I saw somewhere that you guys, this is like kind of Hesitate was like the first real like step into this door that is Weight of the Truth and like this newer, the sound that you guys are really going for on this record. Was it a little daunting at any point to like release that and be like, okay, like this is who we are going forward?
I would say yeah. Like there had to be some sort of element of trepidation there. Like I don't think we had done that high octane of a track before. And that was actually the first song we've ever released that Snow did not mix. This dude named Nick Rad out of Milwaukee mixed it, and he's done a ton of like pop stuff and butt rock stuff. He's done like Skillet and Coheed, but he's also done like Hillary Duff and Mr. Wives and shit. So he's like a super pro. But we got word of him through friends. He actually mixed the Academy Is record that Snow recorded. And although like completely different stylistically, like we kind of just like saw his resume and we're like, this guy will understand the assignment. And then when we gave him a like whatever, we took a flyer on him and like he knocked it out the park and like added all the cool swells and like, oh man, it's super, super exciting to like hear something and then, have a guy like that, like just like bolster it and blow it up. Like that was super cool. So, I would say like any sort of like trepidation or like, I was going to use the word hesitancy as a pun because, but like, no, any sort of like, if we were worried about it, like the worry was quickly, quelled by Nick's performance on that track.
Because you guys have been playing at least that song, I would assume, like most of your guys' tour runs in 2025, right?
Yeah, we did actually. We played it all of One Step Closer, kind of like not really knowing when it would come out, but we just were like sick of playing like old stuff. So yeah, out with the old, in with the new, and we got a lot of new stuff. We're gonna play like these next couple shows. Actually, we have like one more dress rehearsal really until tour, and it's the Milwaukee show that we're doing in a couple weekends.
Burn Bright.
Burn Bright, yeah. Like what? We're playing like 5 or 6 new songs? So,
Mostly new stuff, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that anytime you kind of take that next shift in sound is always kind of a little daunting. But obviously, it's been going well on the last tours, and like I've said, like this whole album sounds sick. So like obviously nothing to worry about. Which if you're wearing it still at this point, that's probably a different issue. But
We'd
like,
be fucked. Yeah.
But everything, sounds killer, and like I think that's a great single to kind of start with, and then especially leading into like used to be in Diversion, which I think Diversion like gets stuck in my head so easily that I'm trying not to make that one my number one song off this album because there's so much good stuff on like the whole rest of it. But it's such a good single and song in general.
Thanks. I think that's Nate's favorite too. Maybe.
It's my favorite, probably. Yeah. There's another song called Chosen Brother on the record, which you will hear when it comes out. 'Cause I don't think we're doing a single for it, are we? No. Chosen Brother, that's a great track too. That one was another one that kind of caught me because I got to hear the record before anybody else did when I joined the band. And yeah, Diversion and Chosen Brother were the two songs that I was like, these absolutely bang ass. They're great songs. Great songs.
Well, Nate, this would be a good question for you. Is obviously, like you just mentioned, you're newer to the band. You listen to these songs. Obviously, I'm sure you were familiar with the dudes in Footballhead prior to this. Like, what were your thoughts listening to this album and like compared to what you had heard before?
Oh, I thought it was. I mean, the old stuff is great too, and I've worked with these guys a bunch of times. I've known Andrew for fucking ever, so I've known these guys. When I heard the record, I was like, "Wow, this is a huge step up." Like the just songwriting, the actual sounds of the record, fucking everything is colossally better. And not to say that the old stuff was bad. It was all still great, and I still enjoyed it. And I told Ryan, I think the other day, I worked a show that they played at Beat Kitchen, and what were you guys opening for? Is it like an acoustic fucking thing?
Yeah, we did this band called Hey Nothing that does really well actually. They did like a
Yeah.
I think they might be doing Coachella or did Coachella. They're like kind of like a Pine Grovey, like folk emo sort of thing, but they basically like two guitars and vocals.
Really nice kids too. They're like super nice.
Kids. But yeah, they did like a sold out underplay at B Kitchen, and I have a buddy who works for Jam named Brian, and his name is actually Brian Griffin, which is super nice.
Sick,
but he was like, "Hey, dude, like you want to play the show? Like the only stipulation being it's got to be acoustic." And I think Liam, you couldn't play that night, and so I looked at Snow and I just said, like, "Do you want to try this as kind of like an exercise?" And that might have been. Was that the first time that you saw us play, or is that just the first
second or third?
Yeah,
because I'd worked. You guys had played with Phantom Planet at Metro.
Oh yeah.
And I think I'd seen it one other time than that, but that time was really fun because I got to just like hear the songs. Like that's the funnest thing about any acoustic show, right? Is like, cool. There's nothing to hide behind. It's just the songs. And I think it was like you on acoustic, and then Snow on like electric with like a Mesa Boogie amplifier and like a 112-inch speaker. It was so sick.
Actually,
and I was like,
I forgot about that.
wow, like, oh, this band is sick. So I was excited when Andrew sort of brought me into the fold or said, hey, maybe this might be kind of a fun thing if you'd want to try and, maybe, hang out with the guys, jam or whatever. When I heard the record, I was like, oh yeah, I got to do this. Like, I got to join this band. So thankfully it's all worked out. But yeah, that was a big moment. Just hearing the record.
It's been great to have Nathan in our unit. Like, we need gregarious positivity, glue person, smart person. Like, that's what we're all about. And yeah, because there was only two brains in the band. It was Liam and then me, and now we have three. The only three you see on this podcast.
The only three who made it to the podcast.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, fucking. Well, I'm only half-brained because I woke up from another one of my naps and was like, "Oh, we have something going on today, don't we?
Hey,
Cool.
you're
That's
here,
really
baby. That's
fun."
what
But
counts.
I couldn't miss it because I love my friend Michael Torres. God damn it,
Yeah, love you, bud.
love you too, dude. Man, it's so
That
fun.
Iowa
Like
connection.
I
all
know.
my buds are doing the beers with buds, beers with bands. We're all buddies. Podcast. It's so fun.
So great.
Cheers. Imaginary beer.
Yeah.
What was the question? I just love seeing Michael.
It was just like your thoughts of getting to check it out, the record, and like
Yeah, it
joining the
was
band.
awesome. This record bangs, and you should
Oh
listen
yeah,
to it.
No,
yeah. No,
I actually did send it to Michael, so he's heard it.
Michael.
yeah, dude,
It's great, isn't it?
it's so good. Like I was telling these dudes before you got on, like I feel like this record's in like the wrong era. Like it like this band and this record should be like early 2000s, and I would see them on tour with like Linkin Park and shit like that. Just be
Totally.
it's
But
super
it's
sick.
cool that it's not, though, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the cool thing is that like there's like a lot of nostalgia bait bands that are kind of like out and about right now, and that's cool. Like that's awesome if you're like enjoying what you're making and having a good time. Fuck, that's like that's like the whole battle. Like, to just make art with your friends and have a good time. But I feel like what this band is trying to do is just kind of push that sound along a little bit farther. It's like, yeah, there's some callbacks to like familiar sounds that maybe someone might be, used to or, have like a nostalgic feeling for, but like, I don't think we want to get stuck in that era. It's more about like pushing the sound forward instead of just being sort of like a nostalgia like Riz act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's more like post-hardcore influence. There's more, kind of, I don't know, like we're all hardcore kids. We're all like, into bands like that. And so like adding some of like the more heavy elements and stuff like that. And then adding some of the, more emo stuff is also kind of, stuff that you wouldn't have necessarily heard on some of those old bands, some of those old records. So I think that's important to the sound too.
One other thing with this record, so far as of right now, there's technically 3 music videos out. One's a lyric video for Hesitate. But the other 2 music videos, one's for Used to Be and one's for Diversion, which are both killer. Like Used to Be is like that whole music video is such like it's such a good storyline just watching that, and then like obviously you guys come in towards the end of it, but just like watching it and like I haven't seen a music video in a while that like I was like captured with in a really good way. Especially like it's got like this almost like little heist element, which I love that little like kind of genre and stuff like that, which I thought was really well done. Was that always the idea, or whose idea was it to kind of do that style of or like do that storyline for the video?
It's funny. I met with the 2 directors who ended up doing. They did Scoj and Tom. They shot both the Used to Be and Diversion video, but we gathered initially at our favorite place, Go Tavern, which is right by my house, and Liam is on the board of trustees there. But we met there, and I was like, got this song. We were originally going to do a video for Hesitate with them. Ran out of time. Wanted to put the song out because we felt like we had to put a song out in the wake of like Riot Fest. Like it would like to kind of like create some buzz for ourselves, which like ended up being cool or whatever. Like I wish the Hesitate lyric video got a little bit more love because I think it's really great. And the guy Jacob Jenkins who did it is awesome, and he's been like a pen pal for a couple of years now. He's on tour with that band Flycatcher right now, doing a lot of their media and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, I want to do something where it's like stick it to the man, and we kind of like talked about some like Army Navy recruitment narrative stuff like from the 2000s. But I was like, what about and then I think it was Tom actually. It was just like, how about it's like a kid who sees like he sees like his mom's boss giving her a hard time, and so he like takes all his money or whatever. And they went home and they storyboarded it, and I remember they sent us the storyboard, and it was like the sickest storyboard ever. Like I remember like getting it, being like, "Yo, this is so cool!" Like, what's the sticker price going to be for this video?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but no, we it was truly a team effort. Burns can talk about this a little bit, but his girlfriend is also a star in the video. My little cousin is the main character. Snow's dad is in it. It was like truly like some of these people have legitimate acting experience and stuff, so it made it like all the more cool. But then kind of like the you see like the little warehouse show at the end, and like that was kind of a team effort too. But that was 3 days, and it was long, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like the people you see in that, those are all people we know. I mean, I like Julio, who is Snow's dad, who plays the antagonist of the movie. The music video. He actually has professional acting experience. He's done like bit spots on like what is it, like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, one of the Chicago Cinematic Universe shows.
And like Power and shit like that. Like
Yeah,
he's been on like
yeah,
a bunch
and
of really cool TV shows.
he was really gracious to give us the time for the video. My girlfriend who plays the mom through movie magic. They tried to make her look as old as possible. Uh, she
Well,
she
really? What was that process like?
they I think Nolan, I think like Kala
I think my girlfriend like gave her makeup. Like yeah, they were just upstairs for like an hour, like really trying to make her
just
look
looked
as old,
tired.
look
Yeah,
not 27 or
just looked
whatever.
fucking
Like
Sick,
tired.
dude.
Yeah.
yeah, we that was the one. Obviously, like you come out of it alive, but like to have all these roles and like kind of just like have our pool of like homies and volunteers. Like I was like, who can play a mom? Like
Yeah.
that was kind of tough because like of course like some of our friends could be like young mothers, but like none of them could be mothers of a kid as old as Brody was.
It
So
Yeah.
was literally like everybody we had, we were like, the math doesn't work at all. Like this kid's fucking 18. But yeah. I mean, the next best thing to having a bunch of professional actors and like a casting process is having friends who will do it for free. So that's, you
Yeah.
know, obviously the route we went. But everyone did such a great job, and to have buddies locally who will just like absolutely just show up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm a single mother. Great, let's do it." Like that's awesome.
Uh, and I'm hoping this also translates into the diversion video, which we see more characters kind of come out of the fold, doing some wild things. Like obviously we have a dude just kind of doing some stuff with the snake, which is wild. Um, there's a dude getting his head shaved. One couple making out. The grandma eating a Philly, which is the weirdest fucking thing I think I watched all day. Um, like there's just a lot of cool things going on and like some wacky things going on. Wacky in terms of the guy doing the clown makeup. Got it. But like it's just wild to see all of that stuff kind of just pop up throughout there. And yeah, that was just a good one to also check out.
Oh yeah, I love that video because that's kind of like that's like I feel like music videos just have gone by the wayside. Like it's not really part of how people engage with artists anymore. And I just remember like growing up watching music videos like that where they would just be like the band playing and then like, oh, there's like a fucking clown in an ice cream truck or something, and it's not explained. It's just there because it's vibes. And I think like that was an element that Tom and Scotch really nailed is kind of just having that chaotic energy, especially for a song like that, which is well, Nolan, you can talk about the kind of themes of the lyrics and how that ties to that, but having friends who are willing to like come out and embody that is so cool. Like my buddy, the guy who did the clown makeup, that's my buddy Mac from Beverly on the South Side. I like literally grew up next door to him, known him since I was 6, and I just like we just hit him up. We were like, "Hey, do you want to put on clown makeup at an abandoned school on a Saturday?" And he was like, "Yeah, hell yeah."
Yeah, he killed it. He was awesome, and like, yeah, that was what was really cool. It was just like everybody showed up, and I was like, the night before, I was just like, show up here at 1. I think you're gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like it was like
Yeah.
kind of we're all kind of flying by the seat of our pants in a way, and like we knew that the anchor of the video was like gonna be us performing in the gym, but we kind of knew that that wasn't gonna be the special sauce. Like, you know, all those shots look really sick, right? But like, I think the video is nothing without the grill scene and the dude like Kai, who was the AC on the video too. He's just like going nuts back there. He doesn't miss a hardcore show in Chicago, so it's like really fun that he was in there. And then like Austin, grandma eating the beef. She was like so elated to do that. She's still asking like when are we gonna do it again? She really like loved that experience and the cameras and like the lights on her just to like eat this beef that I got at Uptown Deli.
Yeah, it sounds like now you got a reoccurring character for every future music video.
Beef
Dude,
grandma.
Yeah.
bro, I sincerely hope we can have her back because she was a delight. And so many people ask about her too, but our buddies Adam and Alexis, who we were just like, yeah, you guys like want to come just like make out in the video, and they were like, yeah. And then Adam took it so seriously. He's like, I'm gonna go thrift in Wicker Park today to like get the right shirt to wear. He ended up like spending $35 or some shit on a Seether shirt that's really cool. But he understood the assignment. See, that's like to your point, like Nate, before you got on, Michael is just like, I feel like with what you guys are doing, it's very intentional. Like everything you're doing, like, and it kind of feels like everyone we've surrounded ourselves with, who are the wind at our back, they get what we're doing too now. Like it's starting to
Totally.
click with like everybody within our community, within our personnel, and like they hear the record and there's kind of like this light bulb thing that's happening. That like it's only cool if it's cool to someone and like you don't have to explain it. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's kind of like effortlessly what's occurring now. Snow, you're gonna be bummed. We already talked about. We did a segment on like what's the underground layer of butt rock that no one knows about.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I had this in my calendar and I passed out on accident.
We're both
so
just
ass.
sleeping.
I was
We are so
out,
ass.
just absolutely out. And then I like woke up and I was like, oh shit. But here I am.
You're the second person to join the call to have said the same thing.
Dude.
But it is very obvious that both you and Nathan were asleep when you joined the call.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man.
I just want to.
No, what the fuck are you doing, man? There can only be one.
Yeah. Yeah. I apologize, guys.
Can I just say on the record, it's 7:27 p.m. right now.
Oh, dude, it's been so rough, dude. I've been like, going to bed insanely, just so at the ass crack of dawn, basically.
Noon,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and then just wake. I don't know. I'm all fucked up.
Full disclosure, I did take a nap from 6 to 6:15 before we started this podcast.
See,
That's
We're all-
crazy. Yeah, I've been up into. I went to Sidekicks last night for some
Yeah.
karaoke,
Super.
and it got a little wild, got a little out of hand.
Did I
was
see you
great.
singing a Buck Cherry?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I did. Buck Cherry, Crazy Bitch, because that's a
Classic.
fucking classic. I started off with Breaking Benjamin, So Cold,
Sick.
because that's a classic, and it's nicely in my range. I feel like I can nail that one. Did Porn Star Dancing. Oh fuck. Okay, if we're gonna let's go back. Underground, lower crust, worst butt rock bands, right? My
But
Dark
that
Days.
but that are good. That are good.
But that are good. Yeah, My Darkest Days, because that dude sings in 3 Days Grace now, along with the old singer. Because the old singer left and then was just like, okay, I want to come back. But the new singer was like the bass player's brother or some shit. But so his old band is My Darkest Days, and their one song was fucking Porn Star Dancing. And that is genuinely, I think, maybe the best butt rock song of all time. Porn Star Dancing. There's nothing like it. There's a fucking rock version with a Zach Wild guitar solo. There's like a rap version for like, they say in the behind the scenes, it's like, yeah, so we could maybe get into the urban market. It's like, oh my God, you guys suck so bad. But there's like a ludicrous verse. Dude, it's amazing. And the whole video is just like these dudes like in like fedoras with like, like fucking like tribal tattoos and like the worst mohawks, like hanging out with like a bunch of like strippers. It's fucking hilarious. So I did that one.
Well, yeah. What were some other highlights of real quick? I know I don't want to waste too much time, but like, what were some quick, just little highlights of the you guys? You said you were talking about scraping the bottom of the barrel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's all I do. I love to scrape the bottom of the
Yeah,
barrel.
and I would say like I think we gave you your due credit for like kind of like leading the charge on this, but I said like Edgewater, A Perfect Circle. Liam was talking about like
Dark
uh
New Day.
and then we brought up Low Pro, we brought up Social Burn, and we brought up Trust Company, even though it doesn't really count. Um, did you want to add any?
Only ones I can think of. Funny pick, a band. I think they're called Submersed. They were like produced by I think Mark Tremonti worked on like their debut record. It is pretty insane.
Snow, are you an Alter Bridge guy?
Not really.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
Is
Not so much.
anybody? Like in general, I'm not just saying in this chat, does anybody?
Oh, did
I mean, they're like a wildly popular band. They remind me of playing Call of Duty Black Ops with my
Okay.
friend Vincent in middle school.
Okay.
I
I
don't
just
think-
never see anyone ride for Alter Bridge. It's always like Creed or nothing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the idea of Tremonti is really cool to me, but I don't know if he's actually cool. Is he cool?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love his guitars. I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah,
it's
shout
really
out.
cool.
Take us on tour. Show us what it's all about.
Yeah, actually, if Alter Bridge wants to take us out, then I love Alter Bridge.
Yeah, Alter Bridge is great.
favorite
All my
band?
friends love Alter Bridge.
Last one would be Revis. I love that Revis record. It's awesome.
Dude, we gave the people like 10 bands. That's pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, people got to do their homework now. Like, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, we'll have a Footballhead study guide.
Dude,
that
you
releases
can, you
with
can,
the-
Yeah.
you can hit us up for a list. Like, I left some out. Like,
I did too, man. I know I have way more. It's just like I just woke up. I'm like, fuck. Okay.
I can
Great,
think
though.
of like, I can hear like choruses in my head that like I know are just by the most random fucking band ever. And,
For
like,
sure.
We'll save the deeper cuts for when you guys come back on, and then
Yeah.
just really blow
We'll come
people's minds at
prepared.
that point.
Yeah.
We'll have the scrolls, man. We're gonna
Yeah.
the ancient texts.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like I said, everyone's got to do their homework. Be ready. Like I said earlier, you got to go find those influences in the new record that are possibly from all of those bands that were listed.
yeah, I got you.
You
I
know,
will-
sorry. I was just going to say, one thing that we haven't mentioned, I think Diversion sounds like a 311 song. Oh, cops are outside.
Bye, Nathan.
Bye.
I think Diversion sounds like a 311 song, and that's not a band that we've brought up. But like to me, that reads as like a like funk metal kind of like 311 sort of thing. So add that to the list too, kids.
Yeah.
Got to know your 311.
The 311, Jimmy's Chicken Shack type shit.
Yes.
What's that one band, Snow, that has like those crazy video, like the coloring that you really like? That was like the example that we like gave Tom when we were gonna do the Used to Be video. There's 2 videos. We already talked about how these butt rock bands had crazy budgets with like gnarly
So
CGI in these videos.
you're not talking about the Low Pro Sunday video, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Yeah, I think I might be. Michael, do you know the band Default, the one hit wonder Default?
I don't think so.
Okay, you should watch their one hit wonder. Oh, Popo outside my door now. Maybe they already made
Coming
it
for
from
all of you.
up north.
Dude.
But Default, is that song just called Wasting My Time, which is a crazy generic name.
Yeah.
You would recognize it for sure. It was all over Midwest. Like it's some county fair type shit, like music, but the CGI in that video is absurd. Like I'm talking 500 grand minimum budget for that video.
Well, I
Like,
think this sparks a really good question. So you guys are talking about these budgets that these music videos had back in the day. If you could not necessarily have their budget, but if you could take an element of their use of CGI and bring it to you, one of you, like you're doing a new music video and you're like, hey, we're pulling this from this music video, this from this music video. What are some key CGI moments that you would try and pull in?
I've got one real quick before.
Yeah, rip it. Go ahead.
So, my favorite music video, not even my favorite song, but the music video that got me heroin high is the Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication video as a kid. Like the PlayStation 1 screen select a character, which kind of has been like ripped off a lot, like I feel like nowadays. So maybe, we kind of roll our eyes at shit like that. But like the way that the characters have their own little journeys inside the video, like I do like the video game element of each person of the band, but then there's like so many other sick, like in the end video when they're like in that apocalyptic, like almost it kind of looks like the place that like Vecna's hive sort of from Stranger Things, like when they're in the end video, they're like in that volcanic weird faraway planet on that massive stage. Like I would take that CGI too. So those would be my 2 blends, the in the end video and the Californication one.
Yeah, I
Probably
would.
better than mine. Go ahead, Burns. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say like any uncanny valley, like I think of like the Creed Human Clay cover,
Yeah.
like any like so blatantly not real CGI that's really trying to look real, like I don't know, have like like I don't know, one of the members turns into like a ghost of somebody or and just like shows up and it's just like Jesus Christ, that looks so unbelievably fake. That's just the kind of maxim of that era to me.
I was gonna say mine was gonna be well, because I guess it's technically a movie and music video kind of like tie-in thing, but the Godsmack I Stand Alone Scorpion King thing.
Yes, that's
There's
exactly it. Yes.
there is all kinds of like crazy uncanny CGI going on with like the Mummy 2 slash like the Scorpion King. But dude, that would yeah. Plus all like the dirt bike or that like the Harley lowrider shit going on in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unlock
Yeah.
skills and explore the best selection of musical.
What am I doing right now? What is this?
No, Nathan's watching a YouTube ad.
Oh.
Oh, that was me. That
Oh,
was
that was
me.
you.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh yeah, this music video is awesome.
I was plugging the default video so you can see the Snow. That's kind of online with like your Genera Windows inspired like people in transit sort of
Yeah. Yeah.
vibe. That's for later for anyone who wants to get that. But that budget is insane. And what's crazy about that song and that band is like those dudes are bona fide 37. Like in the
Yeah.
So
they're like
sick.
they're bona fide, like they're not young, they're not cool, like they're like Downers Groved out. You know what I'm talking about? They're like Lombard Chads and they're like just they've got the highest budget video
For
ever.
sure. Yeah, it's the Taste of Lake County circa 99. You know what I mean?
100%.
Little hair gel, man. That's all you needed.
That
Yeah.
shit's tough. I really should have been me.
Nate, did you have any good ones to that you
Oh
want to
my
see in a music
gosh.
video or reuse in a music video?
I all I'd have to say is Power Man 5000 dropped the or
Again, let's
bombshell.
go.
They're like on Mars or some shit. Looks like shit. It's total trash. I love it. It's I mean, it's just so good. Yeah. Like Nolan was saying, I liked all the like video game tie-in shit from that era. Uh, just as a a gamer. But yeah, as far as just poorly made CGI, once again the kings are Power Man 5000. Has to be.
Well, hopefully going forward when you guys go to do another music video, we get to maybe see some of these past elements get reborn in like a
I
good
want to
way,
see
or
Nolan's
or
face
terrible.
put on Dwayne the Rock Johnson's face on the Scorpion King. That's it with the fucking
That's the
like
whole video.
roided out fucking abs and shit like that. That's
I'd
what I
be
want to
so
see,
sick.
and then I can stop breathing because then we're good. Because then nothing will be better.
That would be a good one. Well, everyone, stay tuned for those to come to fruition. There's a whole lot of songs on this album that don't have music videos yet, so we'll be ready. Um, we hinted earlier that obviously 2025 was a really packed year with doing kind of full U.S. tour, playing Riot Fest for the first time, and all that fun stuff. But by the time this episode's out, you guys will be a week or so into this next full U.S. run with the homies at Ben Quad, Riley, and Aren't We Amphibians. We kind of joked about it earlier, Ryan, of like, you haven't been in the van full time in like, 6 or so months. Like, how are you guys prepared to do this next full run yet, or will that kind of come in the next couple weeks?
Yeah,
Not ready to go tomorrow. But it's funny, like everything is like I don't know. We've never had like enough thought or like money or planning behind what we're doing to like not fly by the seat of our pants. So like the video for Diversion we did like fucking 3 weeks ago, right? Like what was that, like three and a half
It
weeks ago?
it was very recently.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
So
very recent. Like all this stuff, like we're finally just getting our merch finalized for the tour, like right now. Like I'm literally in a conversation right now with the guy who designed it. And it's super dope, and everyone's gonna love it. But you know, we're we're very much so like 11th hour band, like at the 11th hour, and like it's worked for us to the most for the most part. But like I think in a perfect world, maybe after this tour we'll have more like time and preparation because I feel like we know we're gonna be playing these songs off Way to the Truth for a while, so like we'll be set for a little bit and um but yeah, as far as like our attitudes and our cohesion and shit, that's A1, baby. That's
Oh
always
yeah.
pretty stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to go on tour. I do have fun.
And this one's such a stacked like tour package too. Like all you guys that are on it, like not just you guys, but obviously Ben Quad, Riley, and Army Amphibians, like everyone is like top notch, putting on super solid stuff right now.
yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
I'm
be a
really excited
blast.
to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say it's gonna be a blast. Like it's gonna be so much fun. I'm ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm excited to meet everyone and for like the hangs and stuff too. I'm not super familiar with Aren't We Amphibians and Riley musically or personally. Like I've never met them, so I know I played my solo project, played a couple shows I think with Ben Quad a couple years ago or something, and they were chill. But yeah, I'm certainly excited to sort of see like the cohesion happen after like a couple days of all being in the mix and everyone starts to get along. It's like the best.
Yeah. Also, I think our band, and maybe you guys can speak to this too, like on One Step Closer, maybe it was like the imposter syndrome or whatever, but like I think we very much felt like rookies on that tour. Like we were like, that was our first big run out, and like we were first of four every night, or first of five, or first of six in some cases too, when we played like bigger bills, like the one we did with Drain and Koyo. But this is kind of cool because like maybe everyone in the crowd doesn't know about our band, but like a decent amount of people do, or like there's some sort of conversation or dialogue around our band. So like I think we're pumped for um like the fact that we know the assignment this time around, and we kind of feel like confident in our lane.
Yeah. And like, not to say that there isn't overlap with like, you know, Drain and all those guys with what's on this tour package, but I know you guys have done like the one of the last like Hot Mulligan like holiday shows, and like a lot of that is like, this people that listen to Hot Mulligan understand the Midwest emo dynamic, and like that's a lot of what you guys are playing with on this run. So I think there's a little bit more of a crossover where people are aware of who you guys are, and it should hopefully be good times. Like I'm really stoked for the Minneapolis show. Like it should be a fucking good time. I haven't been to that venue yet, but I've heard good things. But I'm really stoked for that one.
Yeah, it'll be a
Let us
blast.
know in the guest list, bro.
Yeah, we'll get you guest list. It's also fun too, being like sort of I mean, I wasn't on the One Step Closer tour, so I can't attest to this, but this band, I feel like maybe is fits on a lot of different kinds of bills, but maybe isn't like doesn't fit in anywhere like specifically. So like this band can play with hardcore bands, it can play with emo bands, but like it's fun to be the sort of odd man out on a bill because like the Ho Ho Hot Mulligan show, like we were kind of the odd band out, but it was so much fun and people loved it, and it's just like, I think that's like a positive of being in this band is like always being kind of like, yeah, you're gonna get a little bit something different like right off the bat when you come to this show, and hopefully that sticks with people. But I love it. I love being like the kind of strange band on the bill. I think that'll be super fun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
One tour that I always remember, and you Chicago dudes might remember this one too, was it was like Real Friends, Neck Deep. I can't remember who opened the show, but they also had Cruel Hand on that bill, which
Great.
which was super solid as a kid that loves hardcore and loves pop punk. But it was really funny that night because it was at Gabe's in Iowa City. All the girls that got there early to be there like front against the stage for Neck Deep and Real Friends, like they had to like the singer of Cruel Hand was like, hey, Necty's not up for another 35 minutes. Have fun. And then that first note hit, and that pit just opened up, and those girls had no idea what was about to happen. And it was the funniest fucking thing. But just those mixed style bills, when you throw like one band that isn't fully in line with everyone else, like it's so good to, because then it opens up that audience where like people are listening and they're like, holy shit, this is something different. And like they follow you guys and they just kind of keep going from there.
Yeah, that's a big thing, and I think just like we take a lot of pride in our live show and just making sure that the onstage product, if you would forgive the word, but like you see you see us for that 30 minutes, and you know no matter what you think of the genre, you're seeing the best version of it through us. And that's kind of how we feel whenever we get on those odd bills. It's like, you booked Footballhead, you're getting Footballhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also later this year, you guys are doing a couple dates over in the UK, which is super sick. And then I think you guys already have a few festivals lined up. So it's shaping up to be a pretty, also hopefully busy 2026 for you guys.
My man Michael did his research big time. Yeah, I it's funny that the Europe stuff, like there's a little side conversation there about that every day too. Like, but like gun to my head right now, like where are you going in Europe and what are you playing? Like it's just like it's gonna be a lot. Like that's gonna be like a whole like dip in that, area of the world that we haven't been to. Nathan's played music over there a couple times, I believe, but none of us have. So I think we're eager and we're pumped and like, obviously like our band, we hope our band is a little bit bigger of a band then than we are now by the time our record comes out. But either way, the fact that people in, Manchester and London like have the opportunity to see like Footballhead is like just that's a funny sentence to speak, I think. Like I again, like this is all just like none of this was supposed to happen, so the fact that it's happening is like sick.
Yeah, I
You
feel.
know,
I'm
sorry, go
sorry. Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you're good.
Oh, I was just gonna say I feel super grateful for being able to go over in the first place. It's like one of those things that like so many of my sort of like contemporaries and friends over the years, like, because I've just been doing the music thing for so long. It's like I've seen so many other people get to go and do this kind of thing, and for it to kind of be like, okay, like yeah, it's my turn to like start doing this. It's like this is really exciting. Like I can't believe that we're gonna like get off the plane and basically like immediately go and play like probably the biggest festival we've played yet, and it's not in the States. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
like a little nervous, but I think it's gonna be sick.
What is it? It's Mainstream first, I think, and that's like the headliners Rise Against, I'm pretty sure. Uh is that right? Does that sound right? Um
Maybe.
yeah. It's Rise Against and like I think that fucking like Pierce the Veil's on it too or some shit. Um but I can answer that question very soon here. The headliners Rise Against, Architects, Social Distortions on there, All Time Low is on there. Um, yeah, and then like some classic American bands. Nathan's favorite band, Alkaline Trio,
Woo!
um, who's playing the same day as us. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's cool.
crazy, dude.
That's super cool. But yeah, like uh, thanks to all the people that believe in us or think we're going to be successful.
No, it'll be great. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, because we enjoy it, man. Like this is the shit. This has given me new purpose at a really crazy juncture of life to
Yeah.
like be like, you know what? This band is going to be our thing.
Yeah,
And
finding new purpose in your mid 30s,
mid 30s.
Oh, Snow.
Sorry, in your early 40s.
Yeah,
Early,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah.
No, there is something to be said about like when you do this shit for like I've been doing it now for 20 years, which is kind of very weird and like scary to think about. But it's like, yeah, it's only been in the last, I don't know, I would say maybe 4 or 5 years that like I've seen any tangible success. And it just kind of goes to show like if you don't give up and you still keep like pushing forward and trying to make the best art possible every time, even when you don't succeed, it's like, yeah, we can do cool shit. We're gonna go to Europe. We're gonna play fucking London and we're gonna play Manchester. We're gonna play all these fucking cool things. And it's because, frankly, Ryan and the boys didn't give up and just wanted to
Fitting.
keep fucking making great music and just being like, fuck it, whatever. We'll play basements. We'll play, whatever shitty club shows we'll do, and this is kind of the result. So, for anyone in their 20s or, wherever thinking, oh, I should give up. It's not working.
No,
Like, no.
don't give up even if you're 33 years old.
Even if you're 33 or 34, which some of us will be someday, no, it's great because it's like, fuck it, who cares? Who's keeping score?
Not me.
If I was keeping score, I'd be winning. But that's my favorite bit is I got at the Ho Ho Hot Mulligan show. A couple guys came up to the merch, the merch booth, whatever table we had. Like, where's your bass player, man? Which is the first time that has ever happened ever in history. Someone coming up to the booth and being like, the bass player. I need to talk to him. So I mosey up. I was drinking hard that day too, so I was just, wandering. So I come back and they're like, "Yeah, man, you were great. You were great. You know, how old are you guys?" I said, "Oh, I'm I'm a little bit old now. I'm the oldest guy. I'm 33." And they're like, "Yeah, we could tell. We could tell that you were older than everybody else
That's
by a
horrible.
lot." It was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude, that rips. That's so cool."
You
And they're
won.
like, I'm sure that it was like in a very sweet way because they were like older dudes who were like, "Yeah, we had a deathcore band called something," and I'm like, "That's awesome." So they were probably like stoked to see a guy that was more in their realm still doing it, but like, you know, yeah.
Like I told you, dude, they said that shit to feel good about them.
For sure.
That wasn't like that was why I don't like that. 'Cause
No, I thought it was sick. I thought it was so sick.
that was about them. That wasn't about you. They wanted to tell you about them. They didn't.
They did
Yeah.
want to tell me about their band and about how they used to do choreography, which I was like, "That's sick, dude. I love it."
Yeah.
It's
That is dope.
it's gonna be a while till I can grease the wheels enough to get everybody to start doing the running in place shit. But Michael, the conversation will happen.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
If it
Also-
doesn't happen in Minneapolis, I don't know if I'll just can I return that guest list spot if that doesn't happen?
Full refund.
Yeah,
Full
we'll
refund.
do a full refund.
All right,
We'll
tight.
drop a 24 hams off at your crib. I'll
Because-
fucking commit ritualistic suicide on your front porch. It'll be great, dude.
We've been talking about rock bands as a theme, and I know that you upload the video of this too. So it's really funny as this podcast is going to start. It's just gonna be me and Burns, and then you're two are going to magically appear for the audio only listeners. But I do want to shout out this ancient gift that Snow gave me. Look at the back of this.
On tour with Korn this summer.
That's sick.
Incredible.
This has got to be 3 years old, maybe. Something like
That probably would have been from 2003.
Well, that's when Burns was born, I think. Which is crazy because we're all still so young and handsome.
Well, of
Yeah, that's
course.
true.
Yeah.
See, I think it's super advantageous that everyone in Footballhead is 30. Like
Yeah,
I
probably.
personally we wouldn't be getting anywhere at a young ripe age without like some hand holding shit, you know? Like it's all about the reps under your belt, I think.
Totally.
I agree.
Personally.
Well, I've mentioned that on a few episodes of because me and Nate know a lot of the same people that are from back home that are still doing it, and I feel like the projects that are happening right now are the good, successful ones, and it seems like it's because you've almost weeded out everyone in the scene that like didn't give a shit anyways, or wasn't down for the full, like, not necessarily the cause of like just playing music, but like they just weren't in it for the right reasons. So everyone that's doing it now, whatever age you're at, like you're playing with the people that like give a shit. Like we've thinned out the herd, and like this is the people to do it with, and like
Yes.
those groups that are doing it now and like forming and like being like, yo, like we might not have played together before, but we're doing this. You can easily tell like, okay, this one's working because everyone's in the right mindset. We're all mature enough to understand like we might go to karaoke the night before and get fucked up and like be late for a podcast at 7 in the afternoon. But like
Whoa.
we're not gonna do that like hoodlums every day.
Michael Torres. And the worst thing is I'm still in bed, too. No one has
That's
mentioned
fire.
that.
Yeah, I straight up thought you were on a couch this entire time. I didn't realize.
No, this is a bed pillow. This is what I sleep on.
You sleep on a
But
cot.
Michael, to your point, yeah, dude, it's crazy when you see people kind of fall away. Football head reference. From like wanting to play in bands or like wanting to do it because it's just like half your band is doing it because like their girlfriend is at work and they need to fill up like a few hours of their day. Or like, oh yeah, it's kind of fun to like go drink a couple beers and like go to a show, but you don't really give a fuck. Like, bro, when you get older and you really need to start paying attention to how like your time is spent and your money is spent and like your freedom is spent, so many people like dip out because they're just like, no, I don't really give a shit. It's not like this doesn't actually mean that much to them. And when you get later on in life, it's like, holy shit, there's a lot of intention that has to go into this thing to make it work, but that's what makes it beautiful, or whatever this is, if not beautiful.
That's very eloquent, Nate.
Thank you. Well, that's what I'm here for, I guess.
Wouldn't even know you were at Sidekicks last night.
No, no.
Yeah.
Am I looking
No one
good?
can guess you were at Sidekicks last night.
Dude, that bar rocks. There's nobody there.
Fire! It's fire.
Yeah,
It's
so sick.
It's great when there's less than a certain amount of people there. If it's like too rowdy, that's a place that I like walk in and I'm like, I gotta go.
Okay, there was no one there. I would say
That's
counting
fucking awesome.
counting the big minion by the bathroom, there were maybe 6 people when we walked in, including staff. Yeah.
I love that.
Which, yeah, shout out to the minions. Great little Chicago bar. Pool Kids just did a thing over there. Did one of you guys make a guest appearance for that?
Those
Yeah,
two.
we did.
You guys did.
Yeah,
Very
me and Nolan.
cool. How'd
Yeah,
that come to fruition?
Oh, it's just Tom who did our music videos. He was filming that for Audio Tree. Hit up Nolan and was like, "Hey, we need some people." It was like that one day where it was like negative fucking a million at night, and he was like, "Hey, I came to fucking to Sidekicks to film some B-roll and nobody's here." So we put up the flare and me and Nolan don't turn down a beer on a weeknight, so
No, of course not.
yeah.
Especially
Which me, it's what day is it?
We never turn down.
It's a
Never.
weeknight, so I can't drink any beers, but you guys enjoy.
Yeah, I see you strictly adhering to that philosophy.
Yeah.
I've never seen Nate drink a beer on a weeknight.
So at least Snow's on my side.
I'm just saying. Ryan, I don't know, Liam too. I've never seen Liam drink a beer on a weekday. Mostly just
I'm more of a seltzer guy.
yeah.
Never had a seltzer in my life.
It's for the best.
Michael, are we derailing the hell out of this podcast? Or
No,
are
I
we-
kind of love it. I have a tie-in here in a second, but there's multiple episodes where I'll get obviously outnumbered because there's 4 of you versus 1 of me. What makes it sometimes worse is when you guys are all in one room together because then there's like no way that I can actually like butt in. But at the same time, I kind of love it because we all understand Footballhead as musically through the band. But watching a band just kind of go off the rails and just have all these side conversations or inside jokes, we get to understand Footballhead as people. It's nice.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
idiots.
Dude, if being people was what the increment that helped you top the charts, boy, would we be number 1.
Oh boy.
I promise you that. But the music's not bad too.
Yeah, the music's
That's
killer.
decent.
I mean, you guys have like we talked about earlier. The movements that you guys are on over the last few years has been crazy to see, and like everything's been killer with this new record. And I'm really stoked to kind of just see where you guys go from here and just keep evolving. That'd be
Evolving.
bad. Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
just bring it back to the first EP. That's what we
Yeah.
we just give us that. But it's cool to see where you guys are going. I know we kind of jumped around a lot, talking about the record, the music videos, the upcoming tours and stuff like that. But like, is there anything that I might have missed about Footballhead in general, or about the weight of the truth that you wanted the people to know about?
Honest collection of rock songs written from a lens of just trying to wake up every day and, walk out the front door. It's basically all it is. It's just like some real people shit, real face the world shit, and not even in like this like insurmountable, like impossible way. Just like I don't know, we're honestly like pretty everyday people, and I feel like we're lucky that we get to live here in Chicago. Like I don't take that for granted. We live in a great music town. We've shook some hands and done this shit for so long, and like I don't think anyone's like, I mean, we're not expecting this record to like go to Zane Lowe BBC One or some shit like that, but like we made an honest like rock album. And it's funny, we talked a lot about the album at the start of the podcast, but just like it was a lot of work. It really was, and it was a lot of time. Like a lot of time demoing, a lot of time recording, many hours put in by a lot of us. I want to shout out Snow too. Snow put in the most hours as far as that, recording realm goes, and mixing and organizational component. But we're so happy with that album. Like it's good. Like if you listen to it, like if you listen through the first song, you're probably gonna listen to the next 11. Like I kind of like firmly believe that. Um, we wrote an album that's written for music listeners who listen to records like we did when we grew up. Listen to the whole fucking thing. Like it's not like we try not to put like a dud on there or a dull moment. And we're only gonna get I don't want to use the word better, but we're only going to get more comfortable in this space. And by that, I just mean like confident. We'll continue to challenge ourselves, of course, but like this is, like I said, when we arrived at this intersection of like butt rock, emo, and like 90s rock music too. So whatever. The early aughts sound, the late 90s sound, and the emo sound, the Victory Records bands and shit like that, that's in there too. The Silversteins, the post-hardcore bands that we're talking about, like, there's so much to explore still, and like, I'm still just so excited for the songs that we haven't written yet, and
For
the
sure.
songs that are written that haven't come out yet too. Like, I was telling him, Snow, that like we already have like 10, 15 ideas for another album that we just gotta like, and it's like really cool that we have these flavors that we get so into, and we toss them to each other to like see if we're all into that kind of vibe too. Like it's just like such a cool like same page band, nobody left behind. Like we check in with each other as humans, and like dude, that group chat is just like gnarly every day. Just like with work and planning and shit to do, and yeah, I love it, man. It's become for a lot of us, I think like an enormous chunk of our lives. So
Two things I did bring up earlier that I want to bring up about this record too is one, like Ryan, like you were mentioning, you listen to the first song and you want to keep listening, and I want to say the sequencing of these songs, and I know sequencing can make or break a record, but I think the sequencing on this is done very well. Where like there's moments where you kind of don't realize there's that transition between a couple songs, and it just flows really well. But also at the same time, thinking of the singles that are out right now, two of which are songs 2 and 3 respectively on the record. The record's also not like front loaded, where I know it's always I've listened to bands where they've released songs 2, 3, and 4 off the record as their singles leading up to the record, and by the time I get to song 5, I'm already done because I've already listened to what the so-called hits. But I gotta say, on this record, there's so much more to explore after the first 2 singles that you listen to at 2 and 3 that you will not be disappointed for everyone listening.
sick. Yeah, that's I think, well, first of all, sequencing, I got to shout out Andrew. He had a big hand in that too. Like I think we were like, how does this flow best? And we wanted to do some peaks and valleys stuff. We wanted to give people's ears a rest when it was like high octane rock for a while. Then we cooled it down with a ballad, and then we like slowly crescendoed, right? Or whatever we did, because there's a bunch of different, movements there. But yeah, the next single that we're gonna put out is a ballad. It's called "Fall Away," and it's like kind of this like almost My main inspiration was like Bring Me to Life, Evanescence, for like the vibe of that song. Maybe it doesn't like sound like that song like melodically or the way it lands, but there's keys, there's strings in it. It's like sad and it's kind of about like losing control of something that's slipping away from you. And like we just did a little video at Liam's family home actually for it that Snow is chopping up some footy for right now, and it's like going to be mostly a performance video, like kind of like recorded by us and like edited by us, and just like, you know, we're doing it all. But I think that'll be like a different flavor that people who are into our band haven't been exposed to. Like maybe they didn't know that we could do some like it's like our Nickelback Photograph or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the energy of the song, maybe in a way. And there's a couple of songs on the track, like Chosen Brother, who that Nate mentioned was one of his favorites. Like that song is kind of also sad and slow, but big too. You know, like it's cool. It's cool to have all these flavors, but I appreciate the compliment and the sequencing because I think we did crush it with that and the arrangement of the tracks.
I would agree with you. I think I'm really I listened to the record for the first time in a little while the other day, and I think it rocks. Like I think it flows well. I do.
Well, as long as
Anyone
you do.
have? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
I was being funny.
Did anyone have any other last moment thoughts on the record before we transition a little bit?
Record's great, man. You should listen to it when it's out.
Yeah,
Way to the
I just
Truth by Footballhead.
in Virgin record stores near you.
Yeah.
No, I love the vision. I love the execution. Snow and Nolan are the engine behind it, and I think this is as coalesced as they've been in the whole process. And since I've known them, I think this is the best thing we put out yet.
Well, thanks, Liam.
That wasn't a compliment.
Nation too, by the way. The Virgin Record store comment. Dude, I told you guys, like, I went to that big ass tower record store in Shibuya this summer, and like the fifth floor was like the rock floor, and like literally, Oasis was doing the world tour at the time, so like they had a lot of the signage and paraphernalia in the whole store, which was a whole building to itself. But walk over to this one display, and it's all Turnstile, Never Enough, and then like, but like a third of it, and then like a little sliver of it too was like One Step Closer and Bleed, like in the same display. And this was days after we wrapped our tour with them. And I was just like, it's possible, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of like where it left me feeling, you know.
Yeah, everyone, make sure you go listen to Way to the Truth. We'll talk some links here in just a second. But you know, as we wind down here, you know, this has been a great time, and I'm really stoked to hopefully do another one in the future, and also, you know, get some beers with you guys in Minneapolis when you guys come through, and we'll just, you know, have a good time.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nate knows what'll go down.
Yeah.
I think if you watch that video when Nate was on with Tiny Stupid back in like August, there was my coffee table was just full of hams. We just killed so much in like an hour. It was insane.
Well, that band is a drinking band.
Yeah.
And that band was sort of a continuation of another band, and that was the band that taught me how to drink. It was fucking Living with Suitor and Ron, the fucking New Neighbors guys.
Yep.
Dude. Yeah, that was a good time. You didn't make did you make it out to Palmer's that night?
No, I didn't go out to Palmer's that night.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember
that's a whole
that.
other story.
Anyway,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I cannot wait for us to be in Minneapolis and to fucking share a case of hams, brother.
Yeah.
Is that what we had
Brian-
last time?
Yeah, we had hams. Ryan and Liam. When I used to say like I would, used to heavily drink. It was a lot. It would be at a lot of local shows with Nate. But that's not where I was trying to get this story to go or this podcast to go. Like, that's a whole different. Like I was saying, like go watch that episode. That episode. Like I was trying to go beer for beer with Nate because I haven't had anyone to go beer for beer with in a while, and it just like it triggered a fight or flight response in me, and I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta keep going.
Just have to. Yeah, it's a really good quality of mine.
Oh yeah. What I was going to lead to was obviously Snow may or may not be back here in a second, but Snow and Ryan, you recently did a Brooklyn Vegans top 5 favorite bands of Chicago, and in there you mentioned kind of like a hot take, and then I think it was Snow that said it of Footballhead is a band full of hot takes. So I figured we'd kind of end off this episode with some of those hot takes that might be up your guys' sleeves.
Let's get in
as
trouble. Yeah, sounds good.
I got one. I was talking about with my girlfriend earlier. The beanie wearing. It's 2026. And there's still guys who wear the beanies, but don't cover their ears, and that shit infuriates me. And like, I can't stand it. Like Liam is wearing a beanie very properly right now. His head is probably so warm.
Yeah,
But
he looks good. He looks good doing it. You
I
know.
feel good.
like, how are we still doing like barista, IPA guy? And I understand that some of the beanie guys who don't cover their ears, it's like a year-round thing for them. Some of them, like
This little number.
yeah, dude, please put that away.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone.
That's like, I don't know. I might ostracize a few. I don't know. I might ruffle some feathers there with that take. With dudes, particularly in like punk communities who wear that kind of style. But like, I just think that it's counterproductive.
It's
Like
a
I
big
get
one in the
it.
ball
I get it. Your
community,
head
too.
does get cold, but like I went to a show and there was someone that did the same thing, and I'm like, bro, it's Minneapolis. It's like -10 outside right now, and your ears are fully uncovered. I'm like, bro.
Bro, if you're
Let 'em
cold,
die.
they're cold, man. Bring them inside.
Exactly. Bring them inside. I agree.
Nolan, that's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, it was relevant to today, so I had it in the back pocket.
Nathan, you got one?
Are we talking like music hot takes?
It's a band full of hot takes, is what I heard. There was no precise thing.
So fucked up. I can't think. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you've got opinions for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
this
like
one I was expecting you to just kind of just unload for a second.
Yeah, I was hoping for that too. Liam, you gotta go. Let me see if I can work something.
I
out.
got one. This is
Okay.
I've been writing this one for a while. I think it's relevant to the podcast. I think if you are a bar, any bar in America, I don't care what you serve as your primary thing, you are an operating bar in this country, you should have your liquor license revoked if you do not have a pint of beer for $4 or lower.
Yes.
I should be able to, at any bar in America, slap $5 on the counter, get a beer, and walk away. Get 16 ounces of domestic whatever. And you can sell, the next cheapest drink can be a $15 cocktail. Like, I don't care, but you need to have something, because I have friends who make a lot more money than me, and I like hanging out with them, but they only go to these fucking places like I don't know if this means anything to people outside of Chicago, but in like Lakeview or River North, like these are the places they want to go, West Loop. And I go there and I'm like, please God, let me get a Miller Lite. And blink of an eye, I'm out $11 and I got a lukewarm bottle of Miller.
Oh, yeah.
And and you order a Miller and the bartender looks at you like you just asked if you could take a piss in the ice bucket. Like it's
Millers.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
You know, that's how you cool down the Miller. They just don't have enough ice.
Yeah. That's my hot take.
My God.
On a side note for that one, I will say one thing that really irks me is when you have all these tall boys because you're getting them from your distributor, but then I go to get a Hams and you hand me a 12-ounce can. I'm like, bro.
You have to say that on the menu. You have to say that
Yeah.
somewhere. Because if you have like Miller Lite $6 and then Hams $3, I'm going for the Hams. And I'm seeing everybody walking around with these Miller Lite tall boys, but then you give me 12 ounces of Hams. I'm like, well, then give me two.
What's
Yeah,
worse
fuck
is when
yourself.
it's the tall boys $5 and the 12 ounces $4. It's like, like
You bastards.
yeah.
Bastards.
Thankfully, I don't have a camera that's pointed at my desk because every single one of these Hams has immediately exploded and just like over fizzed this entire
What are you
episode.
doing?
Dude, I don't know. They've been sitting here this entire time. It doesn't make sense.
Those Minnesota earthquakes, man.
Yeah, the dude is crazy around here.
Yeah.
Do you pull like 4 or 5 Hams like previously before you start so they're just all getting warm?
Yeah, I mean, they start super cold and then they kind of just get to a different point. But yeah, I'll drink them either way.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Sorry, I'm a real alcoholic. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, shout out, but like, oof. But then again, if you're kind of running the show, you can't like just run to the fridge every time you eat.
Yeah, it's like
Hams,
it's
right?
like in that other room. It's like it's hard. I got to be prepared.
I've been to the crib. I like your place, man. It's great.
But yeah, normally on most recent episodes, I only make it to maybe the second beer. This is the first one in a while where I've cracked the fourth one.
Wow.
So
Me too.
We don't shut the fuck up, man. That's,
Yeah, that must mean you like us.
no, yeah, dude, I'm having a fucking great time. Like,
Man.
why do you guys got to live 7 hours away? Type deal, you know?
We'll be there soon, man.
Yeah.
This shit would have been done and dusted had I not rolled over and looked at my phone and been like, oh, I'm
Never
a
know.
total scumbag.
We love you.
Hot take? I think 12 packs of soda are too expensive, man. Because I'm thinking probably after we're done here, probably going to put some socks on, put some pants on. I mean, I'm wearing sweatpants, but I'm also not a guy who like goes out in sweatpants. I don't fuck with that. Like, I don't even fuck with like a nice pair of company. I have to have jeans or some sort of fucking thing on because like if I get stopped or like some shit happens and like I'm at the store, I don't want to be fucking in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I got to be ready for anything. Got to have my full everyday carry on me. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get probably at least 1 pack of Coke Zero. And that shit is like $12 a fucking, like 11, $12 a 12 pack. You got to go to Jewel when they got like a fucking deal going on. It'll be like buy 2, get 2. I did one where it was like buy 2, get 1. And it was like, this is not that cheap. It's still like fucking $7 or $8. I'm still spending $22
See,
on.
you
Diet
guys
soda.
attacked big soda and big liquor, and I attacked real people, and I feel bad.
Yeah, dude, big liquor and big soda
And Little Beanie.
need to come catch these fists, you know?
In cold ears, I attacked cold ears.
Cold ears are also bad. No, but in like, listen, like the Beat Kitchen, shout out Beat Kitchen. That's a bar in town where you can get a $3 old style dog. So you got no excuse to not fucking tip or anything. Put down $4, you got a crispy. You know what I mean? You got a fucking nice little crispy beer.
I don't know if I knew that until right now. Did I know that?
Dude, I don't know. It is their like cheap fucking beer. I think every single bar should have at least a $4 to $5 PBR tall boy.
Yeah.
For sure. Because like shit is so expensive. It is so expensive to go to shows, to fucking do anything. It's like everyone who goes to a fucking punk, and this is like, I give a shit more about punk rock than like, you know, any other shit. But like, if you go to a punk show and you can't buy a $5 beer, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the fucking point?
Also,
Like,
like if your beers are $3, I'm buying like eight. If your
yeah,
beers are $6, I'm buying two. Like
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
yeah,
But here's the thing, Liam. Now, all my bartender friends will tell me we don't make shit if all we do is sell 300 old styles. Because then we made $300. Or 100 old styles, we make it 300. You get what I mean, right? You sell
yeah,
100 old styles, you get $300. That's a lot of space being taken up by these cheap beers. Whereas if you sell a fucking, whatever, Son of Juice hazy IPA, then you fucking sell it for 9, $10. It's so much less room it has to take up, and you're making so much more money off of it. I get that. If you're a fucking IPA guy, fucking that's great. Do your thing, support the bar. Dude, you gotta have a $3 beer. You gotta have a
Yeah.
$4 beer.
And plus two, like if there's a three, I know we're diving super weird onto this podcast right now. But like there's like a $3 or $4, $3 to $5 beer. I'm gonna tip $1 each time. But if it's like again a $8 to $9 beer that I have to
Tipping the
buy,
dollar.
and I'm still gonna tip, but since I'm only buying two, you're only getting X amount of tip. Where if it's that cheaper beer, I'm tipping every single time. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and if
I mean,
we have those 10 of them, there's at least X amount of dollars in your pocket, more than
yeah.
the other one.
I'm tipping at least one every time. If a bartender's really taking care of me, I'll tip two. Or just if it's like a $3 beer, I'll tip two. You know what I mean? Just because it's like whatever. I work in bars. I know these people. Like I know that.
Yeah.
Like it's
Or
rough
it's like
out
those
here.
moments where like, oh, I anticipated it to be $5, but it's only three. Here's the other two.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I was gonna
totally.
spend it anyways.
But yeah, when you're fucking going and getting like having to get like a $12 beer somewhere, dude, no way.
Hurts.
Fucking, you buy one, you get a $1 tip, and then that's it. It sucks.
Yep. And then I'm gonna baby that thing as long as I can.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Wish I had another
There's-
hot take for you other than like the price of liquids are too damn high, dude.
No, it's okay. I feel like again with you though, there was a really good hot take that you had during the Tiny Stupid episode where you just railed on that one restaurant, and I feel like that covered you
The
for
Vanguard. Dude, fuck the Vanguard in Milwaukee. Fuck that place. Place sucks so bad, and the more people I've talked to about that fucking place, they're like, really? I kind of liked it. I thought it was kind of nice. Bro, it's like you go there and get a hot dog for like $10. You get a fucking weird nitro beer for like 7, and it tastes like blueberries or some shit. And your bill is like $50, and it's like, dude, I had like 2 beers and a shitty hot dog and like some shittier fries. But because you smeared marinara on it, it's like $3 more. Fuck you. Yeah, like die in a fire. So yeah, fuck the Vanguard. That'll be my hot take.
Yeah, yeah. See, I get us back to that. I figured it out.
You got a
But,
good
you know-
memory, buddy. You're really. Has anyone told you like, man, you fucking have been doing this for a long time. You've got it dialed in, dude.
I appreciate that.
You're
Thank you.
great.
Just a guy. You know.
Aren't we all?
But no, this has been a great time. Hopefully, we'll hear more hot takes when you guys possibly come back for LP4, EP5, whatever it may be in the future. If anyone's looking for Footballhead merch, music, or just Footballhead in general, where can they find it?
The Instagram, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. I feel like our Instagram is like a cool catch-all. We're setting up a website right now, or that like is in the very early like, hey, we should set up a website stage. That's actually as far as we've gotten.
We talked about setting up a website, so be on the lookout for that.
Peter was like, I want to set up a website. I was like, okay. And that's what that
Yeah, that's where it's at right now. Yeah.
yeah. So no, but yeah, that's where I feel like our Instagram's a good like homepage right now for like merch, music, shows and shit. Like there'll be a lot of more stuff to announce there soon. When is this coming out, by the way?
This will be out the 27th, so the week after the album comes out.
27th of March.
Yes.
Okay, so it's in the future. It's big time.
We'll be on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
So
Okay.
you guys would have done, I think, about the first week or first leg of the tour. Mainly because I didn't want to distract from the record. So everyone
Wait,
that's
time out.
listening,
27th of March for sure. That's when this comes out.
yeah,
So we're talking like 6 weeks from now.
yeah,
Okay, all right. Well, then I
You can
can
get on
say,
some Nostradamus shit right now, dude.
Yeah.
Just start fucking
No.
predicting the
I
future.
can say with confidence that if you live in the Midwest, particularly the Chicagoland area, come to our release show at Lincoln Hall, May 8th. That is going to be a banger and a half. Working on the lineup for that now, but I'm sure the bill is loaded. You're probably gonna hear about this show, listen to this podcast, and reference the fucking flyer and be like, "Holy shit! I can't believe those bands are on it." But yeah, we're gonna do a big ass Way to the Truth release show at Lincoln Hall that we're all pumped about. And if this episode comes out late March, that will for sure be announced by then. So, shouts out to everybody who streamed the record, bought the record, saw our really dope ass merch that we're finalizing right now. But by the time you'll be listening to this, it will be like physically real.
yeah. So everyone that's listening, if you're on the last half of the Ben Quad tour, get your tickets so you can go see the merch in person and pick up some fucking shit.
Yeah, if you live in Quad City, shouts out Southern Wisconsin, Northwest Indiana. Pull up. We're at that Way to the Truth release show. I know we'll have the plan right now is to have exclusive merch for that show too. So
Fuck.
that will be really sick. Yeah, we tried one thing that wasn't gonna work out for this Ben Quad tour, but we'll be ready by the time we do the release show that I'm super amped about. So the
yeah.
gang is amped about, and Liam designed part of it. So
Sick. Well, everyone that's listening, depending on where you found this episode, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, or you watched the YouTube version and got to see all of their lovely faces like I did tonight, make sure you check the hyperlinks down below. Go get tickets to upcoming shows. If you're in the UK, go get tickets for the album release show in May. Go get a copy of the record as well. Like the variant that you guys have for this record. Also, I think the variants that you guys had for the previous records, I looked at everything today. Like, you guys have been on point with every single variant, matching super well with like the aesthetic that you guys are going with. But this one is like super sick. So got to get my pre-order in from what is it, Tiny Engines? I think, right? I don't want to butcher. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Well, dude, when you pull up to this Minnesota show, which will have already happened by the time we do this, release this podcast, you will be coming home with Santa's goodies for sure. And that
Shit.
Santa is Liam.
I'm Santa's goodies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of the dairy fucking straps to the whip. I can pull real
yeah.
hard if you want me to.
Yeah, depending, everyone listening, like I said, be sure to follow Footballhead. Be sure to go listen to Way to the Truth if you haven't already. One last big thank you to Liam, Ryan, Nate, and Snow for taking the time on your guys' Thursday to sit down with me and talk about your band.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
It was
for
a
having
blast.
us, man.
Dude, of
Love
course.
hanging out with you, dude. Anytime I get.
I'm looking forward to Minneapolis and seeing you guys here and everyone else. Be ready for everything coming next, and I'll catch everyone on the next episode.
For everyone on YouTube, check out Ryan's fucking wizard staff right now.
See ya.
It'll only get bigger from here.
Yeah.
Yes, with